If I had COVID-19, I want to be treated in China.
If the World Health Organization favored one country over another, that would show corruption, right? But what if it went further than favoritism? They could be China's puppet. The World Health Organization has repeatedly shown allegiance to China. Take a look at the response from the WHO official Bruce Howard, who you saw just moments ago, when asked on the state of the coronavirus in Taiwan, a country China is notorious for not recognizing as separate.
WHO considered Taiwan's membership. Hello?
I'm sorry, I can't hear. I couldn't hear your question.
Okay, yeah. Let me repeat the question.
No, that's okay. Let's move to another one then.
After Aylward was asked about Taiwan, he stalled for about 10 seconds. He tried avoiding the question, but the reporter persisted.
I'm actually curious on talking about Taiwan as well, on Taiwan's case.
We decided to give Dr. Aylward another call to follow up.
And I just want to see if you can comment a bit on how Taiwan has done so far in terms of containing the virus.
Well, we've already talked about China.
Unfortunately for us, the World Health Organization has done a lot more than just try to slither away from Taiwan reporters. You may recognize this man, Dr. Tedros, president of the World Health Organization. He has boasted China of having set a new standard for outbreak response. In fact, he believed China was doing so well, he had this to say about placing travel bans on them.
No reason for measures that unnecessarily interfere with international travel and trade.
And why is Dr. Tedros against travel bans? He went on to say such restrictions can have the effect of increasing fear and stigma with little public health benefit. So the president of the World Health Organization is now advising against travel bans because of racism? Let's compare this to what Dr. Fauci has to say on Trump's travel ban to China.
Well, let's talk about travel restrictions for a moment. The early on decision to essentially stop the travel, put very significant travel restrictions on China, really saved us an awful lot of hurt, as it were, because we had some seeding of individuals from China, which led to then secondary infections, but they were relatively few considering what would have happened. You know, in contrast, the Europeans did not do that. And unfortunately, our colleagues in Italy are suffering for that because they're having a very bad situation in Italy.
It appears as though the World Health Organization is advising against what should be common sense safety precautions to push their own agenda. If you don't believe it's out of malice, consider this. The World Health Organization is still advising citizens not to wear masks, claiming they have no benefit. This is in stark contrast to what both the General Surgeon and the CDC has now advised all Americans. If masks help prevent nurses from getting and spreading the virus, guess what? They'll help you too. The World Health Organization is either corrupt or incompetent, and it's hard to believe a group made up of highly educated individuals are all inadequate. It's crucial the World Health Organization be held accountable for their actions that could potentially harm millions. Americans should no longer fund a China-centric organization that's more focused on praising Wuhan and its authoritarian, inhumane practices than providing real medical help. The World Health Organization has gone as far to say people should be removed from their homes and families now.
In some senses, transmission has been taken off the streets and pushed back into family units. Now we need to go and look in families to find those people who may be sick and remove them and isolate them in a safe and dignified manner.
We can rest easy though, right? They claim safe and dignified. Let's just take a look back at how dignified it was in China that they loved so much. Well, that is all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and follow or subscribe to us. If you want more news coverage, check out our Twitter and Instagram. There will be a link below the video. As always, if you enjoy our unbiased content, you can support us on our Patreon. But remember, we love all our watchers. Thank you so much, and keep thinking like a Maverick.